am not normally fussed about the outcome of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's always struck me as a Britain-bashing festival, particularly since we had the temerity to leave the European Union. Every time, isn't it true? Every time that we receive nul point, it translates as revenge. Plus, the show isn't as good as it used to be. Back in the day, we could laugh at ridiculous Scandinavians in strange outfits, singing weird folk music and going round on bicycles. The commentary to this Euro cheese was placed in the flawless hands of dry-witted broadcasting genius Terry Wogan, whose mocking commentary always irritated our European neighbours, which made the event even more compelling. Britain, a country so suffused in irony, it could not and would not ever take this contest seriously. Since then, though, it's become a more corporate affair, with the bands in Europe getting far too cool for school. There's nothing to mock anymore, as every artist from Slovenia to Sweden basically tries to be Taylor Swift. And how can you get behind the British entry these days when they normally wind up slagging off the country they represent? Like this year's entrant, Ollie Alexander, who said he is ambivalent about the British flag. Well, I'm ambivalent about his musical entry, which looks doomed tomorrow night.
You can call it that. Isn't
it? Just a bit. But this year, I do care about the contest. I'm praying for an Israeli victory. Because whilst, like any right-minded human being, I want the war in Gaza to end and the loss of life to stop, woke progressives on those so-called peace marches and middle-class numpties at elite British universities are hiding behind the fig leaf of anti-Zionism to indulge in a festival of Jew hate. They are at worst Hamas supporters and at best they're useful idiots. So I'm supporting Israel at the Eurovision Song Contest in order to push back on this hellish and fashionable wave of anti-Semitism. To all the Israel haters out there, I'm giving you nul point. Dr. Roger Giewolb, who are you supporting tomorrow night?
I'm going to support Israel. I don't think that in sport or music or entertainment, politics should have any influence at all.
And Eurovision has become too political, hasn't it?
Eurovision has become like...
Mark,
how dare you?
Mark, I'm
hypocrisy.
Sorry. I'm sorry, but you are being a little bit hypocritical here.
Go on.
You're saying that we shouldn't be politicising Eurovision and that actually it's become so serious, but I'm going to support Israel because of the war in Gaza. That's pretty hypocritical.
Well, maybe you're right.
Or not.
I might be guilty of double standards, but I certainly see supporting Israel as an opportunity to push back on what I see as anti-Semitism posing as anti-Zionism.
But that's political, right?
Well, I don't think that I started this dynamic, because you've got venues in London who are not screening tomorrow night's Eurovision because Israel are participating.
Oh, totally. Like there are huge amounts of sort of woke agenda politics being used in our institutions and in these new song contests. But why are you sinking to that level?
Well, you raise a good point. I suppose if they're going to make it political, then I will return fire.
You're playing on their game.
I think so. Guilty as charged.
That's why I'm voting, because I want to depoliticize it.
But you're not if you're supporting Israel because you want the war to end.
But what you're both missing is it's a dreadful television programme which costs the BBC absolute millions. It's past its best. It's too long. It's too slow. Yes, it's too political. But we as Britain are way, way above it. We gave the world the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Oasis and Adele. We shouldn't even be wasting our time.
Do you think Britain should not participate in Eurovision?
Absolutely. If I was Director General of the BBC, Mark, and that's not impossible. It could happen one day.
Well, if they saw sense, if they wanted to get viewers and listeners,
well, thank you very much, Roger. It would be the second thing I took off of the BBC television.
I'd get rid of the BBC altogether. But
I'm curious about your shopping list of plans.
EastEnders.
Is that right?
EastEnders is dreadful.
That's getting serious.
My grandmother would have a lot to say about that.
That's getting serious. Now we've got a real argument on this show.
Well, no, I'm just saying, because I think it's so derogatory of the people of the real EastEnders. I think it's so depressing. I would never let my kids watch it. I'd never let it be on in the house when they were up as small kids, because I think it's awful.
You're so authoritarian.
Now listen, Alex, are you not worried that the two shows that you want to axe are among the highest rated on the BBC network? Do you not think you'll struggle as Director General axing popular shows?
No, because I will put on better shows.
Even better shows.
Ask yourself
By the way, would you put
is
a
it
bid
that
in?
popular? Is Eurovision that popular? If the BBC stopped it, would ITV buy it and put it on a Saturday night? I don't think they would. It's too long.
Well, yes, and also I think you've been speculating on how much you think Eurovision actually cost the Beeb, and could it be more than £10 million?
Yes, it could be £18 million.
Is that right?
We're saying it cost the Beeb. Let's be clear, it's costing the taxpayer. So what I would do is abolish the BBC altogether and instead allow people to actually watch what they want to watch.
There you go. It's a novel thought. Just like I've been caught guilty of double standards. I've been outed by Reem Ibrahim. Well, keep it up, because we've got many more double standards to indulge in.